Hello, welcome.
100 years of this podcast. I, c-
Wow, and we
I
haven't
can't.
made a cent.
We've made loads. We've made friends. We've met brilliant people. We've had fun.
Won
That is more
awards,
than money could. But I can't move because every time I move, my mic cuts out. So I just have to remain really, really still.
and that really suits Esther's vibe
Yeah, because I'm really calm and stoic, and I never move around a lot. I think I've got sciatica.
from moving around too much.
Well, because last night I woke up in the night with pain that runs from my bum into the heel of my foot.
Vagina.
Is that
The
sciatica,
heel of your
Alistair?
vagina.
So it's like making my foot like spasm, sciatica 100%. So what do you do to sort sciatica out? Let's have a look. Answers on a postcard.
My brother had it,
How
and I think you just have to fucking ride it out.
how to cure sciatica? Yes. Rest. Well, that's not going to happen. Pain relief, heat and cold therapy, gentle exercise like walking, stretching. Oh, maybe I'll just go for a swim. I'm having special got an appointment on Thursday to have special earplugs fitted so I can swim because of my broken ear.
What, so it'd be like a hearing aid earplug in the pool?
No, it'll just be like a hearing. It will be a earplug that's an actual mold of your ear, so it won't let any water in. Because of the hole in my
Oh.
eardrum, every time I swim, I get an ear infection. So it's a special one. Some of us see, I can't be like this. I can't not move because it's now just brought down the energy of the podcast to zero because Lily doesn't have the energy.
But I tell
So
you what will bring the energy back up.
yeah,
The fact that we are doing the 100th episodes topless
no, bottomless. They can see that we're
and
not topless.
bottomless.
You can't just
I
say
am
we're
actually
topless
not.
and you're
Yes,
wearing a top because
I can and
they
I
can see it.
will.
They can. You
Maybe
can't
they're
just
not
say
watching.
I'm topless and you're being filmed A, wearing a top, and B, you're just like your daughter's birthday balloons in the background. Thomas is just walking around and you're just like, yeah, no, I'm definitely 100% committed to being very sexy to you, the
If
audience.
Thomas doesn't have his glasses on, I tell him I'm topless all the time.
Is that all he needs? He doesn't
That's
need
all
to
he needs.
feel you.
No,
Thomas, I'm
just the
topless.
thought of
Oh,
it.
there we go. Ejaculated. That's sex done.
Take it
Sex
off the
tick.
list for the year.
Satisfied him.
I am not wearing a bra though, so there's something for people there.
Oh, I'm wearing a sports bra, but
I'm
I'm
wearing
bottom.
7 bras and some
Neil
duct tape.
Neil asked so my girl yesterday was looking at what her name means, and Neil asked what his name means, and she looked it up and she said it means passionate and something else. And then he got really excited that it meant passionate, and so he just kept following me around the house, just grabbing me and like trying to do this really like passionate kissing, and it was doing my absolute fucking head in. And she was like, oh my god, just get a room, you're so embarrassing, get a room. I'm like, you created this, you told him he was passionate and now he thinks he is,
You got
so
him horny. Stop it.
you got your dad. Oh my god, I have to tell you something. So I was doing
Calm
Banana
down, Esther.
Cabaret.
Don't move.
Oh no, sorry. I was doing Banana Cabaret
It's
on
like you're in a
Saturday.
head brace.
I know, I feel like that. I mean, I could move my head, but I was doing. I was gigging at Banana Cabaret on Saturday night with Jimmy McGee, who had just been on a date, and he was like, and he turned up at the gig. He was like, I've just been on this date, and then anyway,
Oh,
no. So
no.
anyway, so I left the gig, and as I was walking from the Bedford up to Balham Station, there was a there was 2 girls in front of me, and one of them, they were quite pissed, and she was going, "Oh my god, I just had to walk out on my date." Like, he genuinely said to me, I'm such a shagger. Like, I'm so good at shagging. I've even shagged my own sister."
It was Jimmy McGee?
No!
Oh. But you
So
said
I
he'd been
then
on a date.
Yeah, so because he just said I've been on a date, I text Jimmy McGee and went, I, I've just overheard a girl say this. I assume that was your date. And he was like, just joking back, going, "Oh, good, she's still here."
What, you're such a shagger you'd even shag your own sister? Is that flirting these days?
Well, I was then telling Bobby Mayer about it, and Bobby Mayer was going, his sister's somewhere going, "Can we not tell anyone about the time that we had sex?" Meanwhile, he's out there using it as a pickup. Like, I am such a legend. I even had sex with my own sister. And she was telling her friend, but it was just this conversation where she goes, "So I just got up and left." Literally, just said that to me, and I just got up and left. Like, and I was going, "Oh my God, I'm so glad I don't have to date like strangers."
I was so confused there. I thought he had said to her that she was a shagger and she'd shagged her own sister, but he was saying he was a shagger.
But why would you say that? You
No, but
wouldn't go on a date with somebody you've never met before and go, "Oh my God, you had sex with your own sister," and expect that to be a great,
no,
like,
but is that what
conversation
happened? He
starter.
told her that, or he said he shagged his own
Yeah.
sister? I'm so
No, so
confused.
he'd gone on a date with this girl and had said to her, "Oh my God, I'm such a legend. Like, I am such a like, literally, honestly, I'm such a shagger. I've even shagged my own sister." And she just got up and went, "Right, you're a freak. Fuck off." And she was telling her mate, who had obviously come to meet her and console her.
Yeah,
And I overheard the whole thing, because this is the brilliant thing of when you're traveling home alone from gigs, yes, you're more likely to be assaulted,
harassed.
but you also get to overhear
Yeah,
soberly a lot of very shit-faced conversations,
yeah,
and
that's
that is a
so
lot of
true.
fun. Yeah. It's like, yes, I might be assaulted, but also I've just heard the gem, "I'm such a shagger. I've shagged my own
I
sister."
love how, like, that's his, like, top version of being a shagger. Like, I've shagged so many women, like, even my sister. Like, I don't think that's, like, a high bar for, like, anyone can shag their own sister. Do you know what I mean? It's not like, "Oh, I shagged
Well,
Beyonce."
it's probably what porn does, doesn't it? Because it just sexualizes every single male-female interaction to a point of absolute,
Oh god, yeah, they probably have stuff like that, don't
perversion.
they?
So it's like, "Oh, yeah, shag my own sister. Oh, look at her, like, no woman can resist me, and every woman just wants my cock so
Well, it was like
badly."
that whole twin thing, like, twin porn where they would, like, do stuff to each other, like, girls. That was, like, a
Yeah,
whole thing when I was growing up, and no one ever was like, "That's incest."
and no
It
woman's
was
going,
so
"God, I would just wanna
sexualized.
really watch 2 blokes nosh each other off," who and the thing that I really get off on is that they're brothers. Although there was 2 boys at the end of my road who we forever called the blowjob boys, because one of them had gone to school and made a joke about how he made his brother give him a blowjob, and that was it. They were just known as the blowjob boys.
Of course they were. They deserve it.
I
The
don't think the
blowjob
other
boys.
brother
No, they should have been
deserved
called the
it.
blowjob bros.
BBB.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
they are perfect healthy boy candidates. First
It's
rule,
so f
don't
it's so
nosh your
fun
own brother off.
it's so funny, like, the names that you create in, when you're growing up, like, in your little community. Like,
Mm,
there was a lady at the end of our road who had a baby probably when I was about 5, but I remember even when I was, like, 20 and that baby was, like, 15, we were
mm.
like, "The lady with the baby." "Oh, you know the lady with the baby?" So
There was only one woman that had children on your street. Big
I think
news.
so. Big
We had a
news,
guy that
yeah.
lived 2 streets down from us that we called the pedo.
For any reason?
Absolutely no. He just wore a trench coat.
Well, then, come on. You
We used to
can't go
shout it
about
to him on the way to
yeah.
school.
Oh, no, Lily.
So
I
bad.
knew you were a
Yeah.
bitch when you were at school. I could imagine you being a real bitch. I can
Only two
imagine you
old
just
men.
I can imagine you being a really nasty look at me going in, a really nasty, like, cunty
No,
bitch.
I was a sweetie. I just had no, like, backbone, so I just follow what everyone else is doing.
So everyone else was calling him
We used to
so
call
you
another
did.
guy, well, you just, if he was a pedo, maybe that's okay. I mean, I don't think
Maybe
he
that
was. He did
maybe
move.
that put
Poor guy.
maybe that put him off doing pedo. Is that the cat or Gwynny?
The cat. We had another, but it's hard to shake nicknames. Like a friend of ours, we called him Bowl because
Right.
one time
You
we
love
were around at his
bowling.
house. No, we were around at his house and we saw a photo of him when he was like 5 or something, and he had like a terrible bowl haircut. And he
Right.
said like his mum like literally put a bowl on his head and cut his hair. And now he's 37, and that's how we introduce him to people.
It was Bowl.
And he's like, no, my name's Joe,
Did you
guys.
did you have a nickname when you were a kid?
Yeah, big tits.
No, you didn't. There was well, unless it was ironic. It's like we call her Big Tits. Why?
Okay,
Because she
big
has no
vagina.
tits. No, you weren't called that.
Best
What was
best vagina. Most
no
beautiful labia of all
no
the
what,
primary school.
what what is wrong with you?
I got a sticker.
Why are you so? You're the most hypersexualized person I've ever met in my life. It's like you're brought up in a fucking brothel, right?
I
Did you have
wish.
did you have a nickname?
I just told you what my nickname was.
No, no one
I
called
don't
you
know.
that. I'll tell you what your nickname is behind your back on the circuit. It's slag face.
Slag fag. Slaggy
Slag
baby.
yeah.
Slut baby.
That there you go. That's the name of your next show.
No, I was called Lily McWilly.
Oh, that's the most made in Chelsea nickname I've ever heard in my life.
What?
Lily
McWilly?
McWilly.
No,
Oh,
they're
Lily
called like
McWilly.
Bumpy and Spliffly and Floobly
Yeah,
Boops.
yeah, that's true. Do you remember when we did the podcast with that guy from Made in Chelsea?
That was so funny. And I
He
think if
really
I
didn't know
don't
what was
achieve
going
anything
on.
else in my career, like that's
That's the
the best
highlight.
thing I've ever done is take the piss out of Digby Edgley about trying to get him to rate or taking my clothes off in front of him. What was that? I mean, I was going through a
And
rough
you
time and I probably shouldn't have been a part of something like that. But actually, what we made was genius.
and I didn't know who he was. And when I left, and all the school mums were like, "Oh my god, you did this thing with Digby, and he's so hot." And I was like, "I don't know who he was."
I still follow
Al's,
him on Instagram. I don't know why.
does he follow you? He never followed me.
I don't think so. You can't really find that out unless you unfollow and then follow again. Can you?
Al's just asked what was my nickname. My nickname, which I don't, it never was at school because at school,
Horse.
well, no, at school I just was Dirty Arab because that
Oh, I
was
knew you
the
were going to bring the
racism.
mood down with
No,
that
no, no,
bullying.
no,
I
no,
don't
no,
want to
no,
know.
no, 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 no. But I did have a nickname, which was my sisters gave it to me, which was Huffy Puffy Ham Fat.
Okay, let's unpick that.
Huffy Puffy Ham Fat, and that was my nickname.
Like, I kind of get it, but
You know
ham
when you
fat.
Well, you know when you get like decent ham and it still has the rind of
Oh
fat on
yeah,
it.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was arguing with one of my sisters and the other one was making a ham sandwich and she cut the ham fat off and just laid it across the top of my head whilst I was arguing with my other sister. And then they just started going, Huffy Puffy Ham Fat, Huffy Puffy Ham Fat. And then that's what they called me.
Because you were still angry, even like huffy
And
puffy
I
like
didn't
that.
know I had the ham fat
Oh,
in
you
my
didn't
hair.
know.
Yeah. Sisters, isn't it?
I think that's quite a good way to like take the tension out of something. Just put a little bit of meat on someone's head. That's a good idea. I mean, it didn't work because
Yeah.
you didn't notice because you're in such a rage.
I was always in a rage. I was the angriest kid you've ever met in your life.
Were
In your
you?
life.
I mean,
Oh my god, the
feigning
rage.
surprise. Were
The
you? That's
rage
so
that I had.
weird. Just don't see that for you.
I'm not. Oh no, I am. I'm always quite outraged.
You've made a
And it really
career
annoys
out of
me.
being outraged.
It really annoys me because you will refuse to listen to my endless phone rants. And you keep just going, sorry, can't answer the phone, putting Gwenny down. Yeah, Gwenny's 17. You can't use that as an
Putting her
excuse
down for
anymore.
us the 7th nap of the day.
Yeah. Oh, she's just having a
I
nap.
think
I'm like,
you like to call when she's napping though, because you want my life to be worse.
yeah, but then you always want you
Sex.
always you always want sex. You only want me for sex. That's all
Just
you
want for
want.
your rage and your ham sandwich.
You, is that what you call your nun? A ham
Yeah, that's what I
sandwich.
call your nun.
A ham sandwich. Right. Okay. Shall we do my ghastly woman?
Yeah, it better be a good one because it's our 100th episode and we don't have trousers
I
on.
just rubbed my eyes and now I can see stars.
That's good. Now you could close your eyes and not move during the podcast.
Okay. So, are
Can you
you
see?
ready?
Can you read your phone?
Yes. What is
Just make it
Thomas
up
doing?
and make as
Can
much noise
why
as he wants.
why is it that as soon as you do the podcast your entire family go, it's time to organise the spoon drawer? Come on everyone.
He's
Let's
got
get
headphones on, so he doesn't realise how much noise he's making.
Yeah, but he doesn't realise anyway because he is
Yeah,
just a
he is
walking bulldozer that just
very
barges
loud
about. I
to live
sometimes
with.
wish that I had the tenacity, is that the right word, of Thomas.
It's always difficult when you really want to say, if I had the balls, but I don't want to say that anymore. But
Yeah, but you can't really say I have the vag.
yeah, it doesn't
But I
work.
have started saying to my daughter, like, come on, you got to woman up. I don't say man up, I say
That's
woman up.
cool.
She woke me up at 6:30 this morning and went, can we go running? And I was like, fine. So we went for a run and we did like 15 minutes. And then she was like, I want to go home now. I can't do it anymore. And I was like, come on, woman up. And then she just told me where to go and stomped off into the house. So I was
Oh.
like, okay.
It was my
Right.
brother's 40th on Friday, and
Oh, yeah. I saw a
I
picture of you looking very hungover yesterday.
the whole way to the party, my niece gave me makeup tips. She's 10.
She was like, have you tried wearing some?
Yeah, she's like looking at my bag. She's like, "Oh, you do have makeup in here." What is this? Oh
You
my god, it's so big. What is this? And she's like, "Have you not heard of?" I can't remember any of the names. She's like, "Oh my god, you haven't heard of this? Oh my god, it's gone totally viral. This makeup is totally viral. I didn't
She's
know makeup
10.
could go viral. She doesn't even have
Yeah.
a phone."
Some of my girls' year are like that, and they really are into makeup in a way that I never knew you could be, like really into like brands and stuff. And we didn't have that because we all just wore Rimmel. Like everyone just wore
Yeah,
Rimmel. That was
we
the
wore
only
whatever
affordable makeup.
Claire's accessories had.
Well, Claire's accessory wasn't around when I was
What?
year 7. It wasn't around.
What? Yes, it was.
We didn't have Claire's until way later.
That's not true, Esther.
But we just used to wear Rimmel lipstick and like Rimmel eyeshadow. There was no like, but now they're all like the way they talk, and I'm just like, people are like spending like 30 quid on it. Like some of the mums are going, oh my god, she wanted this eyeshadow, it's 30 quid.
Claire's Accessories was founded in 1961.
So I was not alive then. No, I was 40 then. I just don't remember it.
What this version of your life is like a time travel problem. I don't understand why you can't recollect things in a normal way and keep jumping back to Victorian times. I don't know what's happened to your memories.
The kids got really
What are
annoyed
you
with me.
blocking out?
The kids were getting so annoyed with me when I was like, well, if this was Tudor times, you'd be married with 10 kids by now, so you can pick up your own socks.
It's
And they're
like you've read
"Let's
some
stop
books
talking about
and
the
you've got
Tudors."
confused between Anne Boleyn's life and yours.
And they're like,
It's just
oh my god. And it's weird because it'd be like it'd be weird because it would make more sense if I was like really into that phase, Like if
You
I
are. You
really
love the
wanted,
Tudors.
no, but I'm fascinated by it. But I wouldn't want to be there. I wouldn't want to
Because you've
live
already
at that
lived it.
time. I think I'm just an old soul.
Yeah, I think maybe you've lived lots of different lives and then something happened in your last reincarnation where they didn't delete the memories.
Whereas in you're brand new.
I think I've lived maybe one life, but I think
No.
Thomas is brand new. Every
Oh,
day
Thomas
is
is
brand
definitely,
new.
yeah.
Every day he's just been born. He's like, what is happening? Who are you?
Thomas
Where are
is
my
like,
trousers?
he's like Dory from
Yeah.
Finding Nemo. He's like a puppy that's just constantly leaping around with positivity and euphoria at discovering the world for the first time.
But it's quite good. Sometimes I can tell him things and say that we discussed it when we didn't.
Oh, to be fair, I
I'm
do
like,
that with
today's our wedding day. I told you about this.
I do that with Neil all the time. I'm always like, we talked about this, and he's like, did we? And that just proves, because he listens to so little of what I
Yeah,
say.
exactly. They deserve it.
Yeah. So
If
I'm
they're
like,
not going to
well, we said
focus.
this. I said, you said, because I booked a holiday for me and my mates. Bye, Thomas.
Bye,
Bye.
Thomas.
Bye, Thomas.
See, even he can't whisper. Him and his mum
Bye,
can't
Thomas.
physically whisper. And I only realised that once I had a child and I was like, hey, everyone be quiet. And they're like, okay, I'm whispering now. And you're like, you're not actually.
No, my family can't
It's a
whisper.
Welsh thing. Okay, he's gone. He's gone to work.
Oh, he's got
God.
a job, has he? Finally. Finally. Finally, he gets a job. Right.
No.
Okay.
What?
So, what?
Say something to
You
you.
can tell men that you've already discussed something. No, I booked a holiday for me and my mates, and he was like, well, I just think, like, we should have a little bit of a chat before you book a holiday with your friends. And I was like, we did. And you were fine with it.
And I'll
he
be
was
gone
like,
for 6 months. How could you have forgotten?
and he was like, did we? And I was like, yeah. But no, it's fine. I just won't book it. If you're going to just change and U-turn, then that's fine. He was like, no. I mean, if we discussed it. And I'm like, la 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 la. What a ghastly woman I am. What a ghastly. What was it? A manipulative little shrew.
Yes.
There you go. The old school sexist classics come back to fruition.
Is that what they used to say? That's not what people called each other in your school. And in Shakespearean times, our cuss to each other was manipulative little shrew. We just called each other slags. We had a slag. There was a slag crew. No one used the word shrew. She's gone.
No one, no one at my school called each other a shrew.
Writing it on each other's notepads. What have you written here, Jimmy? Shrew! And a picture of a penis. What was the word for prostitute back in the day?
Let's have a look. Old English for prostitute. Old English.
Old prostitute.
It was whore. It was whore. That's a bit boring, isn't it? The old classic reigns again.
Whore. Yeah, good thing we've reclaimed that word now.
Well, you have. You think it's
You
great.
have.
Strumpet.
Your mum has.
Strumpet.
Crumpet.
No, don't call my mum a whore.
Strumpet.
Strumpet is another one. Harlot.
Small whore. Harlot. That's cool.
The garb of a harlot.
Garb? What's that?
The dress of a slag.
Oh, like a... No. I was going to say garment. That's not the same word at all.
Tart.
Tart.
What a tart. I never use the word tart anymore. That's quite
I'm
going to
use it more. I like it.
Tart. What a tart.
Reminder. Call more women tarts.
Tarts. Yeah, call more women shrews.
I'm going to start trolling after this and just put shrew under loads of women's videos. Shrew. Love from Esther Manito. You
Put
should
on
call
your
your next
profile.
show Shrew. She's a fucking
Why?
shrew.
But why did they call women shrews?
At your school? I
No, in
don't know.
general, because it's just a little rat, isn't it? Why
Taming of the
were
Shrew.
women called?
It's
Yeah, but that
Shakespeare's fault.
no, because the reason why he called her is because
She
okay,
deserved it.
in the past, particularly during the Elizabethan
Specific.
era, women were labelled as shrews to describe those who were perceived as bad-tempered or aggressive or assertive. So we are a couple of shrews, I guess.
Yeah.
Uh
But is a rat
oh,
bad-tempered
so
and
no, so a
assertive?
shrew apparently if a shrew bites you, it can be poisonous. So it's like basically saying that a woman who's assertive is poisonous, which I agree. I agree. Finally, someone's saying it. I do like the idea of us trolling people and calling them shrews.
Old-fashioned
Should we just
insults.
should we just troll people and just use
You
old-fashioned insults?
strumpet.
You, madam, have the garb of a whore, lady. Right.
Right. I gotta go dentist. Go.
I know. You're
I'm
telling me.
so warm. I know, my bottom teeth is so jagged, but I don't have money to sort that out. So I just
No.
keep it under my lip.
Okay, like that. Do you
Yeah.
remember when you were kids and you used to talk like that and you think it'd make you look like you were old?
Yeah. It did, though.
Yeah.
Look at us. We look so old.
Right.
You little
So this is
shrew. It's
a
hard to say
woman.
shrew like that.
Shrew. You're a
Strumpet.
shrew.
You're a shrew. Damn it, you shrew. Okay.
My woman is called Doris Winters. And she is from Illinois. No, Wisconsin. Is Wisconsin in Illinois? No. Is it, Alistair?
Fucking
He'll know.
clue.
Well, he knows because he knows all about America. No. Right, there we go. He loves America. Isn't it funny that we've got a producer who wears a MAGA hat? He loves everything Trump. Right, so it's the state of north of Illinois.
So it is Illinois. What?
So it is Illinois. No.
Oh,
It's the state north of Illinois. Right, so Wisconsin is north of
couldn't care
Illinois.
less about anything. Go.
No, but you'll like this woman.
No,
It's
it was
the
the north of the state of the Illinois. It was the Illinois of the South.
What? Shut up, you
It's
shrew.
all America.
Okay, so Doris Winters
Sweaty. Yeah.
got into an argument with her husband outside her apartment.
Yeah.
And so people started to gather to watch.
So is this back in the day? Because Doris Winters sounds Victorian. Like old.
No, it's not. Oh, is that an official history?
Yeah,
period?
from my
Is
book
it back
of
in the day? Yeah.
names and back in the day names.
Doris
Winter. What, you're saying this is a name, a modern name? Doris Winters.
This
That
has
is my
just
baby,
happened.
Doris Winters. No.
This happened in June. So
No.
this
How old is she? 104?
No. So the residents from the block of flats all come out. They can hear this fighting going on, the real commotion, and then Doris walked out holding a handgun and she just tossed it on the floor. And she had got into an argument with her husband and she shot him to death.
This is the one. Yes.
Yeah. And she went, he called me a bitch for the last time and I just shot him. I just shot him. So I grabbed my gun and I shot him because I'm tired. I know I shouldn't have shot him, but I'm just tired. And she's now been charged with reckless homicide.
Defense.
He called me a bitch for the last time and I shot him because I'm just tired. I'm tired.
What more is that? No court case needed.
No.
He deserved it. Why is that even a discussion?
I know.
What a
She was
woman.
61, so I don't know how long they've been married. Maybe,
It's their wedding night.
when she was the first degree reckless month for shooting near 95th. Right, the accused. Okay. Oh, she fired it into his back, so he was trying to walk away from her, and she shot him.
That's tricky.
Oh, that's
That is tricky
tricky.
because she can't say that he was,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But then,
That's.
he could have just punched her and walked away. And then she thought,
She was 61. He was
fuck you.
49.
Oh,
That's quite
hello.
an age. Yeah. Um,
How dare he call an older woman a bitch?
I know.
Have some
Um,
respect for your teacher.
but they'd been separated recently. They had been separated recently, but they were obviously reconciling. Got into another argument.
So weird because it seems like they had such a strong
I wonder how long they
relationship.
were married for, though. Um, and then she actually said when the police turned up, she went, "You better get him out of here before I shoot him again." Isn't that
Did she
mental?
kill
I think,
him?
yeah, he's dead. I do think there is something really gangster about just going, "Yeah, I did kill him." Like, no, even like no
Yeah.
tears, no like, "Oh my God, someone broke in, tried to kill him," or "Oh, I didn't mean to," or whatever. Just going,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I killed him and I'd
Yeah.
fucking do it
Own it.
again." Yeah,
Yeah.
she
It's
owned it.
badass. There's been a few women that have done that with their husbands. That woman that stabbed her husband in lockdown because he
Oh,
did.
I
What
100%
was that?
understand that. I
It was something
100%
about the
understand that.
meal or something, and where he made some comment about her meal that she'd cooked him, and she was like, "That's fucking it. That's one step too far. You're dead,
I
mate, and I'm proud of
sh
it."
They've said that she's now been reported as the most honest killer.
So it shows like she wasn't mad at all, like, which means that he really did deserve it.
Oh God. And people, the comments you get underneath. Maybe the guy was a dick, but all I know is that women will always defend each other no matter how large of an arsehole the woman might have been.
Might have had.
Um
I don't care how big her asshole was. That's not relevant here. Did anyone call
if
her a shrew in the comments? Give me a second. I mean, if that's not a shrew, I
I don't know
don't
what
know what a
is.
shrew is. And I
Um
don't.
I love the fact there's so much more than name calling. Okay, so things are going to be coming out. She had been abused for a long time, which I think is really evident. You know,
By him?
yeah, it must have been. Um, uh, oh, she went upstairs after, and no, sorry, the
For some peace and
victim
quiet.
went upstairs and
What?
briefly spoke to his mother,
He went
and then
upstairs after being shot.
no, he went upstairs whilst they were having an argument to speak to his mother, and the woman Doris said to him, "Do not speak to your mother." And he then told her, and then he then responded by calling her a bitch, and that's when she shot him.
It would be so annoying though if you are having an argument and he goes upstairs, calls his mum, and he's like, "Oh my God, Esther's being such a bitch," and they like chat about you on the phone while you're still there.
Oh God, my mother-in-law, she's just joined
I'd
Instagram and
be,
she's
oh
now
no,
watching my stand-up videos, and in one of them I'm like, "Oh my God, since having a boy I finally understand why my mother-in-law's a crackhead." And I'm like, she's gonna go
oh,
mental about that.
is she a crackhead?
No, she's not a crackhead, but I just say crackhead like nutter. That's what I mean, because when you have
Right.
sons you go nuts about them, don't you?
Well, it's fine then.
Yeah, I'm not saying she's an actual crackhead.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I mean,
this
she
is
should chill out.
um oh no, I mean I do love her. I'll make it. I'll make it.
Change it
I'll
to
make it good.
understand why. It'd be really funny if you were like, I understand why my mother-in-law is just such a great person.
Now I understand why my mother-in-law is amazing.
So beautiful.
Oh, she is. Okay.
Um,
So that is Doris Winters. Is that her name? Doris
I
Winters.
like the
Yeah.
surname Winters.
I used to work
Was
with
that his
somebody.
surname?
Yeah, well they were married, weren't they?
Yeah, but she
I
sounds
just
like the
love the
kind of
fact
woman
of
that
her
might not
just
have
saying,
taken his name, you know?
I'm just really tired. I'm
Just really
just,
tired.
just tired.
We're all so
What will
tired.
what will your defense be when you murder Thomas?
He asked me where his glasses were for the last time.
Well, it's like that bit in Chicago when just like, and he's just chewing gum, and so I just picked up the gun and blasted him in the face, and that'll be the last pop I've ever heard coming from him. And he just ran into my knife 10 times. He just kept running into my knife.
um,
I
and
don't
now
know
Esther will do a full rendition of
of
Chicago,
Chicago,
but without
um,
moving
but without moving or songs. And
or
then
with
he
her
walked.
eyes open.
um, so that is my ghastly woman. Should we rate her?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about you, Esther, but
I
I'm going to
really
give her
relate to her.
such a low score. And I don't,
Yes.
it's kind of weird that you've even chosen her, to be honest.
Well, I just thought I just think she's a good one.
No, but like she's just, I wouldn't say ghastly at all. That's not a word I'd use to describe her. I'd say smart. I'd say,
It amazes me, like in the comments when people are like, "Oh, if this was the other way around." Yeah, well, it wouldn't be the same if it was the other way around because we haven't got hundreds upon thousands of years of systematically endless fucking abuse from women towards men. It's always been men towards women. So when a woman does shoot her husband, we can't
yeah.
help but just suddenly go, well, he probably was an arsehole to her.
And also, like, men kill women, like, all day, every day.
It's just nice to
So
sometimes
when a
see.
woman does it, it's fun. It's interesting. We can
Oh my
talk about
God.
it because it's not normal. Whereas men, it's like, yeah, they can't. They just do it all the time. It's boring. Stop it. It's
Oh.
boring.
How would you
More
kill
women
Thomas?
killers.
Just trying to think how I'd
It
kill
would
Neil
be
because
so easy.
Neil's big, like he's a big bloke. So how would I take him down? I can hear him just making a tea in the background silently while I'm like, how would I kill him? Um, poison him, I guess.
I couldn't poison Thomas because he does all the cooking.
Oh yeah, I mean you could poison Thomas just by you not meaning to, just by trying to cook.
Oh,
So
like the
that could,
mushroom killer.
yeah.
I want to
Uh,
do her, but the thing's ongoing.
okay.
And you don't
I
like
don't.
it when it's an open case.
I don't like it. Although this is an open case, but I think Illinois. Oh no, sorry,
But she
Wisconsin's far
said
enough away.
she's not denying it.
She's not denying it.
Whereas this
Um,
woman is denying it.
an axe. I would just have to run at him with an axe,
I can see that for you.
but he could probably. He's quite meaty, so it'd be quite hard to get the axe through him. Oh God, that's horrible. I don't want to think about that. Right.
I don't think I could actually do it like that.
No, I don't think I could. I might just have to hire someone.
Yeah. I'll
Or we
hire
could just.
you.
Yeah, I was about to say that. We'll just do each other's murders.
Yeah.
Yours and Neil, you probably just sit down, have a meal, and then poison both of you and just
No,
go to
we
sleep.
decide
And
to poison you in the end because we get along so well. We're like,
oh
actually,
my
she's the
God.
problem. We're just
Wh-
tired. We're tired of her.
I'm just tired.
She calls me a slag one more time.
That's Neil.
Yeah.
Right. Doris
Right.
Winters.
Okay.
So,
Just give her
sprightly,
0.
no, because
Oh,
she was
tired.
tired. Um,
Can she speak German?
no,
No, but she does seem smart.
no.
Street smart, clued up.
Would Penny like her?
Yes.
So let's give her 2. Would she piss in a skip?
Yeah, because she's too lethargic to get to the toilet.
Okay, so let's give it anal or grouting.
I feel like neither.
Yeah, I don't feel like either. So give a 0 for that. All right, let's tot up the scores. She has got 4. That is probably the lowest score we've ever had
For a murderer.
for a murderer. We do not judge you, Doris Winters.
We love
We
you.
do not judge you at all.
We're coming to visit you in upper state Westfield, Illinois.
And with that, that is today's Ghastly Women.
Goodbye.